And note down that this is a very simplest method, the priority list method. It is a very simplest method for optimal approach to the problem of priority ordering, or problem of priority ordering. Nothing but this is the very simple method in the sense which unit we need to turn on, which unit we need to shut down. We are giving the priorities. Keep the side heading as priority list method. Under unit commitment. Very small unit, your fourth unit very small. If we wish to complete it, we can complete it within 4 to 5 classes. But in order to understand much more clear these analytical methods, here we are taking some time just to keep focus on it. The priority list method, it is a very simple method. Why we are going for priority list method in the sense where the number of units which are committed based on their priority, with the highest priority being on first, followed by the remaining units in order as per your load increment or decrement. Okay, so let us take an example. There are 3 units or 4 units are there, right? So these 4 units of the out of that, how much production cost will be there, what is the maximum megawatts we are having and minimum megawatts. So based on this consideration, how we can meet that, that should be purely depending on the cost function. Okay, now it is obtained by computing it is obtained by computing full load average cost. Full load average production cost of each unit, and that should be arranged in ascending order, like giving the priority. If there are 3 units, right, for unit 1 the cost is around 9 rupees per megawatt hour, let us think. Okay, and around 9.8 let us take. And for second unit it should be around 9.88, and you take the third unit, it may be some 12. Okay, and the maximum and minimum, the megawatts what we require, let us take as a default for 450, 600 and 300. Okay, and the minimum it may be 150, and you may take this as a 200 and 100. Now how the priority list for various loads we can going to form. Let us think the priority list for now the loads. What are the loads? Here I will give the loads: 1400 megawatts, 1100 megawatts and 450 megawatts. These are the loads. Now we need to, by using this priority list method, we need to maintain this unit commitment by which loads we can operate, which generating units we can operate for which loads. There are 3 category of the loads are available, right? If you consider the first one, in order to meet this first load, so which units we need to operate? This is your number of units and the load maximum and minimum. So how many probabilities will come here? First probability is your load is 1400 megawatts. So how can I achieve this 1400 megawatts? 1400 in the sense, wait a moment. Here we need to take around 650. Then only we can obtain total as 1400. 6, 3, 9, 4, 13, 50 plus 50, 1400. And therefore, in order to meet this 1400, the maximum and the minimum for that is 450. Now, how many units I need to run? All the three or any one or two?
3, sir.
All the 3 units I need to run. So again, based on that, so which one is having some lowest cost here? The first one. So 1, 2, 3. So unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 we can operate. Now what about the second factor? In order to meet the 1100, here the minimum is 350. They mentioned as 350. Now tell me how many units I need to run. In general case, all
2.
the three units will run. But whereas we are considering the unit commitment problem and we are taking the solution for that in the priority list method, we need to consider only particular units which can meet that load, corresponding load. Okay, here there are three various loads we are considered. For these three different loads, how we can going to operate these units? Either all are in on condition or anyone should be getting disconnected based on the load increment or decrement. Okay. Now for the second case, how many units we need to run? All the three or two or one? I am unable to listen. No?
2, sir.
Two units.
Constant second units.
Right. That is your unit 1 and 2. There is no requirement of unit number 3 for this 1100 megawatt. Now the third one is 450. And here it should be around 100 or 150. We can take any one. So how many units here we need to run? All the three or two or one?
Only 1, sir.
Here, in order to make this more complicated, here I will make 150. Right now, tell me which unit I need to run? One or two or three? Or you can take 100, no problem. Tell me which unit I need to run and which unit I need to shut down.
Unit 1, sir,
Unit 1,
is enough to meet this load.
right, very good. So unit 1 is enough. In order, even it is 150 also, unit 1 is enough, the minimum, right? So that's why here I mentioned as 100, right? Even it is 150, you can operate only unit 1 because already we are having unit 1 is a maximum 450, minimum 150. So here it is meeting maximum 450 and minimum 100. Clear all of you how we are giving the priority list method for the solution of unit commitment? Is there any difficulty here? Just we need to understand the situation and according to that we need to note down the maximum and minimum megawatts whatever we are required and we need to operate them as per the requirement of the load. Okay, so for this all of you note down there is a 3 points in order to understand this priority list method. Here I will share my Word document. 1 second. Is that Word document is visible to everyone? Note down the first point as at each hour when the load is dropping, at each hour when load is dropping. We need to find out if dropping the next unit, if dropping the next, nothing but what we are did in that problem, just we are writing in words, that's it now. Okay, next unit on the priority, on the priority list. Have the sufficient capacity, sufficient generation capacity to supply that load. Plus we need to maintain the spinning reserve as per the requirement. Okay, now we need to find out how much time, we need to find out how much time it should be going to drop, the number of hours. Before the disconnected unit will be needed to operate or needed again to operate or again to service, again for service. మీకు ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ కనుక ఫెయిల్ అయింది అంటే యూ నీడ్ టు do it once again, that step. Okay, here you can mention in brackets, if this step is okay, then you need to go next step. Otherwise you need to continue operating the unit as it is. If it is okay, then you are moving to the second step as how many number of hours that is required before disconnected unit will needed to again for the service. Nothing but from shutdown to switch on, how much time it is taking, that we need to calculate. If minimum shutdown is there for that unit, then we need to keep the unit as it is. If minimum time required, minimum shutdown time for the unit is more than the number of hours. What does it mean by, let us take, if the load is presented for 10 hours, right? So 10 hours meeku oka 450 megawatts is the sufficient. Then you need to switch on only unit 1. During that time you need to make already the background analysis as, if I shut down unit 2, that is as the additional capacity, unit 2 ఎప్పుడైతే shut down చేస్తున్నారో, if that same time, if the load which is availability, that is a 450 maximum megawatts, may be increased to 1100, at which time it is increased to 1100, you must have some calculation, the approximate calculation. Let us take the increment of the load, that is stepping from 450 to 1100 megawatts, is the time required for this stepping up as, let us take some 6 hours, right? But if your generating unit, you are disconnected your unit 2 and 3, but again to regain into the service, if it takes 10 hours, then automatically it may be going to shut down the entire grid, right? So during that situation we need to maintain all the 2 or 3 units as it is, if that shutdown time is taking more than the number of hours required for the corresponding load. Okay, that here we need to mention as then keep the same unit as it is. And we can go for the last step here. ఒకవేళ అలా లేదు అంటే we can go for next step. అంటే that means we can disconnect that. Okay. So the important step in this algorithm was we need to calculate the cost. What are the cost we require, which is one depending on the time, right? That means hourly cost of the production for the number of hours with the unit which is in operation, and we need to recalculate the same for unit down and add in the startup cost for either cooling or whatever the service we are provided, and the unit which can compare with both the cost and decide whichever is optimum, nothing but less expensive or economical, then we can go for that option. Okay. So that means in order to compare that, we need to calculate the two cost. What are they? The hourly cost of production for number of hours with unit in operation. How much time the unit is in operation and what is the cost for that, and we need to recalculate the same factor for a unit which is shut down, unit which is down, and add again in startup cost. It may be either cooling or whatever the or banking. So here the unit we are comparing, banking the unit will compare both the cost, and we need to decide which one is economical. To operate with less cost. Right, understand the procedure? If everything is done, we need to repeat the same procedure. For remaining, that is for next unit on priority list. And continue for each unit. Right, understand algorithm for priority list method. Having any doubts in priority list method? Clear to everyone, ma? The priority list method here, what we are doing, I will revise once again. See, so at each hour when the load is dropping, we need to find out if the dropping the next unit on the priority list is having the sufficient generating capacity or not. That we need to check out. Then only once it is calculated, the background, whether we are going to dropping this unit for this load when the load is getting decreasing, is it work out or not? We need to do the background calculation with maintenance of the spinning reserve requirement as it is. right? If it is okay, then we can move on to the next step as how many hours we need to disconnect. That is, before disconnection only we need to do this calculation. Again, how much time it is required to be in the service immediately, right? If the minimum shutdown time for the unit is more than the number of hours, then we can stop it. Okay, if that is not like that, then we can move on to the next step as going for the economical cost is presenting or not, whether these hourly cost and whatever the cost is taking for shutdown and switching on, right, disconnection and connection, that cost again we are going to compare with both. That is, if all the three units are operating, how much cost is it is presented. If only particular units are switching on shutdown and we are again connecting, how much cost that should, in that case both will be getting compared, and which one is lesser, then we can go for that case, right? If that is okay, then we can going for the repetition of the entire procedure. Again, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, right? Like that we are moving on in the priority list method in order to meet the various load demands what we seen in last problem. Okay, done. Is it clear all of you, the priority list method? Having any doubts in this priority list method for unit commitment solution? If yes, we will go for dynamic programming in tomorrow's session. Clear for all of you, priority list method? Very simple approach, first in first out simply, followed by the remaining. Clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.